Good morning. It's Tuesday, November the 18th. We've got a week and 2 days until Thanksgiving, which is unbelievable. And 33 days left until the beginning of winter in this hemisphere anyway. So it feels though, I mean, yesterday felt like it was already here, to be honest. Puffy coat is out and it is what it is. So it's just cold. Also, I've noticed, because I can't work out the way that I normally do, I'm running colder. There's something about, I don't know. I mean, the lack of exercise has got me a little colder. So I'm looking forward to getting back in the gym, but the cards are not there yet. I just know it, and I've got to trust my body. It's telling me not quite. We're close, not quite there. So still a little nausea occasionally. It's getting better. And then abdominal pain, definitely. Man, pain in your abdominal muscle area, it affects a lot of things. Everything's interconnected, but boy, those core muscles, man, when they're ripped into, not a good thing. What do we got going on here today? Let's see. It was a phone trivia I wanted to share with you today. Here it is. This day in 1963. So what is that? 62 years ago, the first commercial push-button telephone was introduced in Pennsylvania. The first push-button phone in 63. I remember in the 80s, still using my grandparents' rotary dial phone. They had a super long cord, so you could walk from one room to the other with this cord. It was my grandfather. I don't know where he got this cord, but it was the longest, cord you could ever see. And, he's a talker like I am. I mean, I'm really my grandfather's grandson for sure. But yeah, the rotary dial. I mean, that was the phone that you really had a many chances to back out of a phone call. I mean, sticking your finger in that little slot and like moving the dial around, and then maybe I don't want to make this call. All right, we'll do another one. Yeah, it rotates around. Oh, I'm in the wrong number here, so now you got to hang up and dart it over. I don't know. There were a lot of aborted phone calls with those phones. Now you just pick up your phone and say, call Sally. And, before you know it, Sally's on the phone and you're like, ooh, I shouldn't have called Sally. It wasn't good timing or whatever, So I just think about all that kind of stuff. But, 62 years ago, the first push button phone, that's pretty amazing. And now look at us. All right. What do we got going on? Weather-wise, again, it's just been, I don't know about you, it's been cold. It's 38 degrees right now. So we're only 6 degrees above freezing Fahrenheit. And it's going to reach 47 degrees. So it's just going to be, it's puffy coat weather. I just have to, just give in to the fact that it's puffy coat or go home. I wore wool yesterday. It was warm, but there's nothing like the puffy coat. For those who are not using Fahrenheit, and there are many of you, it is 3 degrees where I am right now. It's going to reach a high of 8 degrees Celsius. So just to put that in context. And if you're wondering why I keep mentioning Fahrenheit and Celsius when I do this, I mean, obviously we have people from around the world. But last night I was looking at our statistics. So this podcast, so we've gained some followers, which is nice in the last 90 days. We're up 7.7% in followers. Our 90-day views of the show are almost 3,000. That's pretty amazing. And I'm just looking here at the demographics. Okay, so 82% of our listeners are in the United States, and that's great. I do want to get that number a little lower so we can get even some more global. But here's the thing. These are the other countries where people listen to us, all right? United Kingdom, Belgium, Japan, unknown, I don't know what that is, Canada, Ireland, Australia, the Philippines, Singapore, India, Germany, Finland, France, Portugal, Saudi Arabia, Netherlands, Sweden, Brazil, Switzerland, Iceland, Italy, Mexico, Kuwait, Armenia, Czech Republic, Dominican Republic, Spain, Israel, Poland, Chile, Denmark, Hong Kong, Croatia, Pakistan, Reunion, Romania, Russia, South Africa, Colombia, Cyprus, Iraq, Jordan, Cambodia, Lebanon, Latvia, Myanmar, Malaysia, Nepal, New Zealand, Slovenia, Slovakia, Thailand, Tunisia, Turkey, and Vietnam. So that is why we mentioned Celsius, because while those numbers are not huge, we do have people who check us out from all over the world, which is just a dream come true. That is truly one of the great things. The great things about doing this is knowing that, there's people all over the planet. As a little kid, I was born in a logging town, and I didn't even remember seeing anyone who didn't look like me until we moved, to a military base in California. And then I started, there's people who look different than me. There's different languages. There's different, we kept moving. And that just opened up the world. I was enthralled with, connection with people all over the world. And that's continued. And it gives me great joy and even better perspective sometimes to see whenever we can see ourselves through the eyes of somebody else who comes from a different cultural background, or everyone's unique, everyone. So it's valuable. So that's been very cool. And I don't know. I just wanted to share where people are listening from. So love our American listeners, and would love to even increase the numbers of from other countries as well. I don't know how I do that, but we'll keep working on it. So yesterday, Banner Day, as I keep talking about, one of the purposes of this show is really to document mostly the mindset and emotional journey of building something new, of going in a new direction. You might call it a reinvention, although, is it a reinvention, or is it just a further refinement of who I already am? Or the business. So yeah, there's probably a little bit of both, but it feels like a molting of sorts, right? And these are not easy things to do, especially in economic uncertainty and financial struggles and economic turmoil. And, there's a lot of dark corners that you can't see around. It can be very, very scary and anxiety ridden, but we got to do it anyway if you want to have what you really want to have, which is a life crafted for, I'll just speak for myself, crafted for who I really am and always have been. So I've just been reflecting a lot on the things I was doing from a very, very young age. And I don't know why it came up to me last night. I think it's because I was rummaging through my office and all these old documents and things. But I was playing around with media since I was in single digits. And I just think about it, and I think about why I always loved the idea of broadcasting, of distributing information broadly. And I remember a friend of mine, we were taking a walk along the Hudson River recently, and it was last year, I think, and she's built a great, community online. She has different groups that she facilitates. And I said, I don't want to build community. I want fans. And it sounded really vain at the moment. But I was thinking about it later. I was like, well, that's not exactly true. I actually do. I have community. I have incredible community. I think what it was is I was really speaking to my love and appreciation for being able to reach many, 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 many people. And the realization that we do have a limit on the number of people we can be in relationship with directly. But if we broadcast things, if we put things out on podcasts, on YouTube, if we do these sorts of things, we can reach, thousands, hundreds of thousands, even millions or even billions of people. And that's always been attractive to me. I like the potential of what that can be. And, we have people who influence millions and millions of people for better or for worse sometimes. Hopefully what we do is better, and if it's coming from the right intention and there's continual growth, then it is. So anyway, those things have been on my mind. Yesterday was a banner day. I went I walked a few blocks from my office in Manhattan to this Times Square studio, where I met the CEO of the studio. There was a celebrity pundit, in there using the studio to make some kind of appearance. It was really, really cool. If you're familiar with Mehdi Hassan, he was in the studio. He uses the studio a lot, but then they had pictures on the wall of all these other people who were using the studio to do their podcasts and their video production, things like that. And I think Katie Couric's been in there. Just a whole bunch of different shows that you would recognize. And the CEO was just an amazing guy. And I think we've got ourselves at least one home for the Building Business Relationship show, and for the Amped business I'm working on, helping founders tell their stories on camera. It's a great space. The people behind it, though, that's really what sold me. The space is great. We can change it to whatever we want. It's priced really well. And so as we move forward with the next step of production of the show, being able to visualize the space, it's so powerful to be able to see that, know how much money it's going to cost, and be able to see the space and its proximity. I mean, it's right in the middle of Times Square, which is, if you live in the New York City area, you avoid Times Square mostly. But in this case, it would be a joy to navigate the horde and go into that studio and invite guests to come in and make appearances there, and probably celebrity guests at some point. So I'm really inspired. In the midst of all the challenges, it gave me incredible joy, and my vision. You want to talk about manifesting? I think it's visualization is key to what we know now as manifesting, and I got to visualize it yesterday. So very excited to see where this goes and continue to share with you. We've gone over time today. I don't know. I guess I'm just extra verbose. But thanks for hanging in there with me. More news, opportunities to invest and support coming soon. I'm really thinking that through. We're entering a new phase, so I'm excited to start sharing that stuff with you very soon. Okay, I got to get to my meetings and figure out if we're going to go to the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade this year or not. It's a pretty big commitment. If you have any thoughts on that, send me a note in Substack. All right, have a great day. Be good to yourself and others. As always, thanks for listening. Give us a good support on Apple Podcasts. Give us a good rating, I should say. And we will check back with you again tomorrow. Bye-bye for now.